The Iraq Foundation began its work in the summer of 1991 when a group of Iraqi expatriates shared a common vision for the future of Iraq and all Iraqis. They envisioned a society where living in dignity is the inherent right of all Iraqis. A society that upholds the principles and practices of democracy, human rights, civil liberties, free of tyranny, dictatorship, and injustice. A society that would one day contribute to peace, stability, and unity in the Middle East. A bold vision, one that's motivated the Foundation's dedicated staff for over 15 years. Despite many obstacles, the Foundation carries out exciting projects promoting human rights, building a strong civil society in Iraq, fostering education, promoting the environment, and advocating for the rights and freedom of women and children. Over the years, through our various projects and work with the Iraqi community and political groups, the Foundation became a leading voice for the Iraqi people in the U.S. and in the international community. Since the fall of Hussein's regime in 2003, the Foundation implements its projects throughout Iraq and has opened offices in Baghdad and Basra. Our activities aren't confined to the Green Zone. Our dedicated staff works on the ground to promote our mission, often at great personal risk. This year alone, the Foundation has produced and broadcast 24 radio programs and 8 television programs which carry our message to a wide Iraqi audience. We have also held 24 workshops throughout the country and region, in addition to producing numerous reports and papers on our activities. Our Human Rights Education Project aims to spread a basic understanding of universal human rights principles and practices. Since 2003, the Foundation has sponsored 60 human rights workshops across Iraq. The Iraq Foundation recently launched a project to train human rights activists and establish a defenders network in Iraq. The goal of this project is to develop Iraqi capacity in human rights monitoring, documentation, reporting, and advocacy, and link human rights organizations together through a national network. The Iraqi Constitutional Assistance Project aims to promote Iraq's democratization through greater awareness and civic participation in the constitutional process. This year, the project has resulted in the formation of Iraq Democracy Watch, a group with a mandate to monitor and report on the progress of democracy in Iraq. The group has published reports covering the electoral campaign, constitutional amendments, as well as the general democratic process. The Iraq Foundation is also supporting and implementing the Pro-Democracy Iraq's Pledge campaign to ensure certain rights and freedoms enshrined in Iraq's constitution are fully preserved and enacted into legislation. The Foundation works closely with NGO partners, members of parliament, and relative ministries to develop legislation which guarantees equal opportunity, freedom of expression, personal status laws, and other democratic essentials. The Iraqi Community Organization Project, which operated from 1998 until October of 2006, established 4 Iraqi community centers in the U.S. to serve the Iraqi refugee and immigrant population. The Ednigan Project, which grew out of our intense concern over the plight of the Iraqi marshlands and the marsh population, and evolved from an academic study of renewal to a full-blown, field-implemented program of environmental renewal, continues into 2007 and the years to come. With our commitment to pluralism, we ensure that all our work is carried out across Iraq and benefits all Iraqis. And in all our work, we remain true to our mission. Recognizing the great humanitarian need in Iraq, the Foundation formalized its humanitarian activities and launched a charity fundraising initiative in 2005 to benefit Iraq's most needy and least able to seek and find help: orphaned, disabled, and mentally handicapped children. On January 27, 2006, the Iraq Foundation held its first charity fundraising dinner to support this mission. 100% of the proceeds generated during this event went to institutions that care for Iraqi children in need. This year, and in the years to come, will be no different. This work has the most immediate impact on the welfare of Iraq's neediest.
بالنسبة إلى ما نقوم به اليوم من عملية تسليم بعض الاحتياجات لدور للاجئين والمعوقين، وأولها هو معهد دينا الإيوائي وأيضا بيت عنيا. فإحنا بعد دراسة لمجمل البيوت ودور الأيتام ودور المعوقين والمكفوفين لتقديم الاحتياجات، وإحنا بالحقيقة سألناهم هم ماذا يحتاجون. يعني أول مرة المعهد العراقي ساهم بهكذا خدمة إنسانية مباشرة، لأن المعهد العراقي عادة مشاريع تتركز على التوعية والتثقيف والتأهيل والتدريب للمدارس، أول فعاليات كانت لتدريب معلمين والمعلمات في المدارس. أيضا كان بالنسبة لنا مشروع إحياء الأهوار. هناك مشاريع عديدة عن الثقافة الدستورية والعملية الديمقراطية، لكن هذا لا يعني أنه احنا ننسى الجانب الإنساني اللي هي الخدمات الإنسانية المباشرة اللي احنا في هذه الظرف يعني كثير من أبناء الشعب العراقي هم بحاجة إلها، ونتمنى أنه تكون هناك أيضا مشاريع ومبادرات لاحقة بهذا الصدد.
According to UNICEF, children make up nearly half of Iraq's population. Securing their well-being, safety, health is essential to building a solid foundation for Iraqi society in the years to come. 1 in 4 children in Iraq under the age of 5 is chronically malnourished. 1 in 8 die before their 5th birthday. These are innocent victims. The simple fact is, the number of children and orphans needing assistance continues to grow, while existing institutions are unable to provide adequately. Sadly, mentally and physically disabled children are the most affected.
بعصره لا يوجد أي مكان رسمي مركزي من الدولة يسمى بالتوحد، سواء كان دكتور أو كان مركز تشخيص أو كان معهد تابع لوزارة العمل، ولا أي عيادة تخصصية ولا أي دكتور متخصص لعمل بحث أو لدراسة التوحد أو إصدار كتاب عراقي عن التوحد. فهذا الشيء يعني احنا نفضل الحمد لله وشكر المعهد العراقي اللي وفر لنا اياه، فاكيد هسه احنا يعني تقريبا نص الطريق شقينا.
Fortunately, the Iraq Foundation is in a unique position to help. With offices in Baghdad and Basra working outside the green zone and utilizing our knowledge and connection to local NGOs, the Foundation sends staff into the field to identify the neediest organizations that benefit Iraqi children. We then conduct a survey of their needs, purchase these needed items locally, and deliver them to the organizations and institutions that provide for orphaned and mentally and physically disabled children. Most of the organizations we survey lack basic essentials.
شكر، هذا حليب، صندوق حليب ومعجون، هنا هاي زاهيرتي وهذا ديتول، هاي سمن نباتي، هذا تايد، هذا تايد وهذا شكل.
In 2006, IF identified 6 organizations that benefit Iraqi children. The Dina Institute for the Handicapped, the Dar al-Rahma Orphanage in Al-Sadar City, the Anya House for Severely Handicapped Girls, the Children's Rehabilitation and Education Organization, the Rami Center for Autistic Children, and the Fighting Mothers for Peace organization. These organizations work tirelessly with limited resources to meet the basic needs of the children they care for. They lack the most basic essentials, which we take for granted. After identifying the organizations with the greatest need, Foundation staff conducts a thorough survey of the goods and equipment that are essential for the health, safety, and survival of the children which these organizations care for. Most of the needs are basic. We then source these goods locally, using the funds generated from our events and private donors, and purchase the equipment. We load these goods onto a truck and deliver. Last year, we provided food, education resources, toys, refrigerators, stoves, 6 water tanks and pumps, 4 heaters, 5 air conditioning units, 3 wheelchairs, 20 desks, commodes, medical stretchers, 50 beds, hundreds of pillows, 115 blankets, and 75 mattresses, and many other basic necessities to better the lives of over 200 children. It seems like so little, but means so much in the lives of these children, and it has the most immediate impact on the welfare of the organizations and their ability to provide for the children that need it most. Sadly, charitable organizations in Iraq remain the least recognized and receive the least support, either from government or from private donors, and somehow, with so little, they can do so much for the most vulnerable in Iraqi society.
طبعا مشكورين، احنا بدورنا نشكرهم للمعهد العراقي على ما قدموه. طبعا شغلات الضروريه وهو الاسره، المنادر، المخاديد، مكيفات، فاحنا كلش نشكرهم بهالاتجاه هذا، لان ساهموا براحه هالطلاب المعاقين.
In 2007 and the years to come, the Iraq Foundation hopes to expand its work with charities that care for needy children, covering more organizations in more locations throughout Iraq, and helping more children. But we can't do it without your support. The Iraq Foundation is committed to serving the people of Iraq in any way we can. It is our mission. Despite the obstacles, we will persevere with your help and support. Please be generous with your donations. Support us as we help Iraq's children every step of the way. Thank you all.
أهلا بالزوار شرفتونا وغالة زرعت الفرحة فيني ما ننساها إلين نهار بينكم مرمتوني إلى قاح ميتوني آمنا والله فيكم العظام يخليكم.